President Trump's former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon voiced his support for President Trump's push to nationalize elections. He also called on President Trump to deploy ICE to polling sites.
You're damn right. We're going to have ICE surround the polls come November. We're not going to sit here and allow you to steal the country again. And you can whine and cry and throw your toys out of the pram all you want, but we will never again allow an election to be stolen.
CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro joins us live. Aaron, what are we hearing from the White House today about those midterm elections?
Liz, I'll start with Bannon's comments. And her press briefing earlier this afternoon, White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt responded to them by saying she has not heard President Trump talk about this idea of having ICE agents at polling centers this November. But she was then asked if she and the White House would rule it out. Here's what she said.
I can't guarantee that an ICE agent won't be around a polling location in November. I mean, that's frankly a very silly hypothetical question. But what I can tell you is I haven't heard the president discuss any formal plans to put ICE outside of polling locations.
Now, Bannon is not an official advisor or employee in the White House under President Trump's second term, but he is a longtime ally and has a lot of sway among the president's base. President Trump himself has talked broadly about the federal government having more of a role over elections, and in last night's interview with NBC News cited Democrat-majority cities such as Detroit and Philadelphia and floating the idea of the federal government counting the ballots in those cities. Leavitt, throughout her press conference, was asked repeatedly about that, but wouldn't go beyond that, and instead said that President Trump and the White House are focused on passing what's known as the Save America Act, which is a proposal in Congress that would require, among other things, photo ID for voters to register and vote in national and federal elections.
Aaron, President Trump said earlier this morning that National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard was at the Fulton County election hub raid at the request of Attorney General Pam Bondi. What are the details on this? Why was she there?
Yeah, interestingly enough, we got a statement after from a spokesperson for Gabbard who said that both Trump and Bondi asked for her to be there. In terms of why she was there, what we've heard from the White House and President Trump is that without any clear evidence, that Gabbard was there because of suspected foreign interference in the 2020 elections. And at one point, Trump cited and mocked concerns about Russian influence in his own election in 2016. Here is the full clip of what the president said at this morning's National Prayer Breakfast.
She took a lot of heat 2 days ago because she went in at Pam's insistence. She went in and she looked at votes that want to be checked out from Georgia. They say, why is she doing it? Right, Pam? Why is she doing it? Because Pam wanted her to do it. And you know why? Because she's smart. And they said, well, this has to do, her position has to do, it's really not so, but her position has to do with international. I say, well, the same people that said that, they've been saying Russia, Russia, Russia has been screwing our elections, okay? So let's assume Russia had something to do with it. They say, no, no, Russia didn't have. So now they're saying Russia had nothing to do with it.
Now, we don't have fuller details on what exactly Gabbard was doing in Fulton County beyond just kind of hovering what the FBI was doing there. Asked about this during the press briefing, Leavitt argued that Gabbard was there because, quote, election security is essential to national security. And she added that the Office of Director of National Intelligence will be working with the FBI when it comes to this investigation in Fulton County.
Aaron Navarro, thank you so much.